All right, so welcome to another video. Today we're going to take a look at Bumble. The stock is up about 44% right now. Earnings just came out, so there's a lot of great news. I'm going to give you some thoughts and things to think about. Keep in mind, none of these are recommendations to buy, sell, or trade anything. Just my own personal thoughts. If you want to grab my personal thoughts, definitely check out the Traders Fly website. There's a lot of stuff going on here, from freebies that you could download to live classes that we have going on and some recent classes. And you can also check out our Discord channel as well, where I post some general tips, stock movers, things that you can really just check out. And you can also ask some different questions here as well, where I can answer you back. All right, so let's kick things off and let's take a look at Bumble here. Bumble is pressing here. You can see stock surges on earnings, reported revenue of $208 million here in the fourth quarter. So overall, it's an online dating company. If you didn't know, actually, one of my friends found this match on Bumble. So maybe something to check out, I guess. But in either case, the stock is doing fairly well there from that perspective. But really what it comes down to is overall, what's going on with the price action? Are they really buying into it? I have to say that this stock is a bit new. So you want to be careful trading this. So here was kind of this IPO. And the stock got into these higher levels and it's just been kind of slumping. So if you really look at kind of the monthly time frame, this stock has had a ton of red days or red months, much more so than it's had the green months. So there's only been a couple and they've been really sideways. So this stock overall has been fairly weak, and that's a bit of a problem. So you can also kind of look at, hey, do we have an A to B, B to C, C to D pattern there that's forming? It's not as clean cut. So I won't give it that much, but I will say that we probably got into the oversold level around the $15 level. That stock popped back up and it's holding kind of above that 20. So looking at the weekly, really that price action is kind of around the 20. It's a nice round number, very similar to many other companies where you're holding either the 10 or 20. This one got into the kind of 15, but really 20 is kind of where it's playing a lot of action. So this is one I would watch, but I wouldn't jump into it very quickly. I don't even know if I would nibble right now. I'd probably wait about 5 days, maybe even 10 days on this one, just to let it settle, because there's just a lot of negative energy there. The stocks are bouncing today, so it's a positive day. And what you might see is kind of this thing roll back over. So give it like 5 to 10 days. What you'll want to see is kind of similar to the sideways action, in a couple months there. You'll probably want to see that as well for a couple of weeks and see if you can get that rollover effect happening. So if I go in and start going into the daily and I start seeing something like this where it starts going, okay, up, and then, I start seeing this, I'd probably buy somewhere around that $25, $30 price range if I can get this rounding effect. And that's what I would wait for. I'd rather wait for that than to try to nibble on something already up so high. A little bit of a problem with buying so high is you've got this gap area right here where that stock could fill, and that's a bit of an issue. So if you're doing a short play, this actually could be an interesting bet on the short side. But if you're looking at kind of buying this one on, buying this one right now, I wonder if it'll come back in there. So I personally wait a little bit to see if you can get like a little bit of a round or somewhere kind of like, lower highs. That could be a better play for this. The other thing you could look at is just kind of overall this trend right here where you've got downward pressure on the resistance area. If it breaks through that, that could be a buying opportunity somewhere around that point. So those are some of the things I check out. Definitely take a look at it. It could be one to nibble later on, not right this second, and then see how it plays out. If you do go in it right now, you're probably being a little more aggressive, and that's totally okay. If you're an aggressive person, it could be one to take a look at. If you're a little more cautious, definitely you may want to let it settle, maybe 3 to 5 days, and then kind of go from there. Anyways, I hope that helps, gives you some insight. Check out the Traders Fly channel if you want to learn a little bit more about options. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're brand new. So check those things out, continue learning, check out the live classes. That way we can work together for like 5-10 hours and you can ask some questions directly. Anyways, thanks for joining me, and I will see you in the next video.